The person who wins the Royal Rumble gets to pick a champion they're choosing, and they get to have a match at WrestleMania. And nowhere does it state that they get to main event WrestleMania. And I get that. But sometimes it's okay to change the rules, because y'all change the rules in every other fucking thing to meet your standards and goals. This is why we have this entire big cinematic thing going on with The Rock, Roman, and Cody, because the rules were changed in the middle of the game, which I can agree that's not how things should work in a world that is supposed to suspend reality. In reality, the rules are changed to hinder other people, to elevate other people. Nepotism is real. We have to deal with all of the discrimination, the isms, all of it, in order for other people to get ahead. Okay? Bayley. It almost seems as if Bayley is being lost to history. Bayley has contributed a whole lot to WWE. So much so that the way she is being treated is it's a bit disheartening. Not even a bit. It's just flat out disrespectful. It is. It is. There's nothing else to say about that. Sasha Banks was given, a lot of titles. She's very popular in WWE. Let's see what she does in AEW, child. Out of the Four Horsemen, Charlotte Flair has always been at the top of the mountain. When she wants to show up and show out, she will. But a lot of times, Charlotte just, the moonsaults and her shtick has never changed. And she still is elevated. And many will say it's because she's Ric Flair's daughter. And we need to get past that. There's no reason why this woman should be a 16, 15, whatever time woman's championship, when half of those championships have no meaning. It was hot potatoed. Becky, I will give it to Becky. She put in work. Becky put in work. That punch heard around the world set her off into the stratosphere. And she also used some of her clout and rubbed some of the other girls to get them on TV and to, elevate different products. I'll give that to Becky. Now, you all aren't happy that Becky is in the match with Rhea Ripley, but apparently they haven't even been in a match for over, if at all, it's been more than 5 years. So maybe some of you are just fatigued with Becky. Bayley has taken some of her star power and elevated the girls, Dakota Sky and Dakota and Io Sky. Dakota Kai and Io Sky, sorry. She brought those girls up because they were floundering. And she came up with the damage control, and she wanted to do something different and get things going. Her and Bianca had some very good fun matches. They work well together. And then the story is accumulating. That we had built up a whole story that when Kairi Sane came back, she was going to get with Asuka and Io, and they were going to turn on Bayley, and Bayley is, throwing Io under the bus inadvertently and getting cocky, and this is our title, and whoop de whoop de whoop, and I got you this. Now the story is coming to a crescendo, and where is that crescendo going to take place on the WrestleMania card is the question. So on this USA Today article written by Jordan Mendoza, the title says, "Don't screw it up, WWE. Women's Championship matches need to main event WrestleMania." Last time we had a Women's Championship match main event was WrestleMania 35. Okay? Bianca and Sasha could have main evented because that first card was weak. And their match was historic. They won an ESPY for it. They should have main evented then. And they did not. It took WrestleMania 35 for WWC flagship event to have a women's main event. And since then, there has been some top-notch worthy battles that could have had the special designation. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair in 39 could have main evented. If not the night, they could have put the Usos with Roman on the same night and put Charlotte and Rhea's match on the other night. They could have shifted some things around. No one would have cared. At the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't have mattered. The Bloodline could have been on one card. They could have handled their business in one night. But for Mania 40, WWE has a title slate for the women's division yet, with 2 championship matches that are more deserving of being the main event for each for different reasons. At the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, the Royal Rumble winner, Bayley, is picked Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship after Elimination Chamber. It will be Becky Lynch challenging for Rhea Ripley, which the cat was out the bag during the damn... That was just dumb, but whatever. Obviously, the main event of night 2 will be a rematch for Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed Universal Championship. But either of the women's championship could and should main event at least one night of WrestleMania. It'll be a major disappointment if neither ends up in the coveted spot. So this person says, why Bayley versus Io should main event? Story-wise, the match between Sky and Bayley has been pure cinema. I would not call it pure cinema. I wouldn't say that. It's been very good. It's been moving along at a clunky rate, but I wouldn't say it was cinema. This goes all the way back to the pandemic days with only virtual crowd in the Thunderdome. Bayley was arguably the best performer out of the entire roster, delivering week after week, despite never getting crowd recognition she deserved. By the time WrestleMania 37 came around, the first event in the pandemic ever to have a crowd, Bayley wasn't in the picture, and she had questionable booking ever since. After suffering an ACL injury, she returned to SummerSlam, like I told y'all, and she got Io and Dakota and formed Damage Control. The chemistry between the faction was so good, but it was fate for Bayley to get turned against by the group at some point. And it happened. It was rushed, but it happened. Because, again, the Bloodline had ate up a lot of the time on SmackDown. This match was nearly 4 years in the making. Bayley never got her flowers for being the workhorse of the pandemic, nor ever really got put in a position to succeed. That's why so many fans were pleased to see her win the Royal Rumble. Plus, the story building with Damage Control from the beginning has been a prime example of how good the build-up of the match could be with long-term storytelling. Fans are already bought into it, and it's clear they want to see this match between 2 great in-ring talents get the spot it deserves. Then they said why Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley should main event. Well, first they say look at the names. Right now, there's no debate. Rhea Ripley is hot. She's on fire. Becky Lynch still got smoke coming from her embers. The heavyweight matchup, I don't know why they call it a heavyweight, because Becky Lynch looks very bony. I'm just saying. Has been teased sporadically for more than a year, ever since Lynch and Ripley had the stare down in December of 2022. Lynch even teased it in USA Today Sports. It was a face-to-face moment that happened at the kickoff show, which essentially was a foreshadowing of the Elimination Chamber. The match is almost like a face-off between 2 eras given their status within the company. Lynch helped elevate the women's division to levels it hadn't seen before, becoming the face of the company in 2018. She became the man. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Rhea paved her way to stardom as the Eradicator once she got with the Judgment Day. When Rhea got with the Judgment Day, wrapped her legs around Dominic's neck in the corner, choked him out, had him calling her mommy, the sexual undertones, took Rhea to the moon. We got that. She hasn't been wrestling as much as Bayley, though. I will say that, because she's been wrapped up with the fellas. But that doesn't negate that is a WrestleMania match that people have been wanting to see. But unfortunately, this past Friday, we got our answer for what night 1 and night 2 is going to look like. The Rock, Roman versus Seth and Cody is going to be night 1's main event. And Cody and Roman is going to be night 2's main event. The Bloodline is again going to dominate WrestleMania in terms of the overall underlining undertones for the whole Mania. The whole Mania is dominated by the Bloodline, okay, which now has drowned out the card, and it has drowned out Bayley. What I don't want you all to do is be focused on why Bianca's on this poster, because Bianca has done her thing. Bianca has only been on the main roster for 4 years. 3 of those years, they put a rocket on her and sent her to the motherfucking moon. Y'all are not going to tell people to take her off of that poster. She is the face of the company. She is representation. No different than Io Sky, because she's on the poster. Seth Rollins is on the poster, and his star has dimmed. Roman Reigns is the face of the company, whether he's going to be there or not. He is always on the poster. Okay, Rhea Ripley was the face of the Elimination Chamber. They built the whole chamber around Rhea Ripley. Do you understand? She is also the cover of the goddamn video game. Her and Bianca made history. So don't put all of your anger towards Bianca. I see what you all are doing. Now when Bayley says something smart about Bianca, it's because they got their own thing. But when the fans do, it be undertones and shit. This is a failing of WWE for seeing what Bayley's worth is. And it's a failing for some of the fans, because some of y'all don't see Bayley for what she is, and that is a very good wrestler, and she put her heart and soul into this profession. All y'all see is a big ass. They won't be main eventing WrestleMania 40, unfortunately. Now, what they could do is they could have the Bloodline dominate one night, but then you gonna wear the fuck out of your wrestlers. If you gonna have Cody and Seth wrestling 2 times, that's a lot. Because Cody got to fight in the tag team, and then he got to fight Roman. Seth got to fight Drew, keep his belt, fight in the tag team. The Rock is fighting twice. Okay? Roman Reigns is fighting twice. Why not just put them on the same show? You can have the Seth and Drew open. Then you have your tag match come second. Wait, Seth and Drew can open the show. The tag match can close the show. Go second, and then the main event could be Roman Reigns and what's his name? Cody Rhodes on night 1. You can sell that out, and then you can give night 2 to the ladies, or put all of the Bloodline on night 2. That way you can close WrestleMania on top, or however you want to do it, and give night 1 to the ladies. You can have Charlotte Flair. You can have Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch, and then the main event could be Io Sky and Bayley for night 1. I don't see why that's a problem. The problem is night 2 will be so explosive, it's going to drown out night 1 regardless. So either way, these women are losing. They're winning because they're on the grand stage of them all. They're going to show up and show out, hopefully. But at the end of the day, they're not main eventing. They're losing regardless. They're going to be an afterthought. It's going to be cute. But when WrestleMania is all said and done, we are going to be talking about whatever happens with the Bloodline. And it's sad and it's fucked up. And some of you promote the shit. Y'all say, well, that's the business. It's what's best for business. As if you're on the board with The Rock and everybody else. Okay? Yes, if I had to choose, yes, Bayley should main event one time. I don't see a problem with that. But she's not. So I don't know what else is going to happen with Bayley. I don't know if the fans are going to keep pushing for Bayley. But I'm going to tell you right now, WWE ain't going to let y'all do them like they let you do like Cody. Now, Cody got over with all y'all, was very upset. Y'all ran WWE down. The Rock said, okay, we're going to pivot. But y'all not going to get nothing else past them. They not moving nothing else around. They not making no adjustments. They like, we did it once for Cody and that bullshit. Everything else is staying just the same. But they do need to put more respect on Bayley's name. I do agree with that. They need to put more respect on her name. And if she's smart, she'll take that angst from the fans and bring it to SmackDown. If she's smart, she'll do it. But if you made it this far, tell me what you think in the comments. Alright.